Hey you, and welcome to the Quillbriar server. I'm just going to give you a quick little tour of what I've been doing. Now, I've been talking in some of my recordings lately and on Facebook about the, huge project that's going on and all the fun things, and this is not it. No, not even close. This is just a wee project that I am working on. Um, or it's part of one. It's step one, and I just got to tell you the story of this house. This is an actual house, although the dimensions of some of the rooms are a little bigger than they should be. Um, I had started the house at one point, and it went really well, and everything was good. And then there was we were doing some upgrading, and anyway, there was a little bit of a rollback, just a few hours worth. But the ultimately what happened is I lost the house, the walls, and when I counted out the second time, I counted a little bit off. So the house has gotten a little bit big. But the cool thing about this house is it is a real house. Now, Bella wants to get in on this conversation. In case you're missing that, that is my dog. That's Bella, the rescue dog, Husky Shepherd Cross, that I took as a foster dog to do some training for so that she would be able to find a home. She had been in a kennel for 7 or 8 months. Somebody had taken her only like 2 weeks, didn't work out. They sent her back. She was pretty bright, so I was going to help her out and give her some obedience training and whatever, and then fell in love, and now I have Bella, and Bella likes to talk. Right? Yeah, I see you there. So anyway, I was telling you about this house. Now, I call this house Lychgate. I use it in a story. This is actually the house that a character I write about lives in. There's Bella. Say hello to the pretty camera. Say hello to the camera, Bella. What you doing there, dog? Just like hanging out? Yeah, we just hanging out? Yeah. Um, I first saw this house. This is an actual house in the UK, and I saw this house. It was up for sale. Oh my, I don't know, like 10 years, 12 years ago. I don't know, a very long time ago. Um, and not talking to you. I was just saying, I'm talking to these nice people on the camera, okay? You hush. She's wagging her tail. She's going to start picking on me here any minute, so I'll make this really quick. Anyway, I saw this house up for sale, and I fell in love with the place. I thought it was so amazing and so pretty and all the rest of it, but I didn't actually know where it was. And then a few years later, I was going to the UK, and I was going to be in an area, and I don't even know why we started talking about this house. I thought, oh, it'd be so cool if I could find it, and it really took some doing to track down the house because it wasn't for sale anymore. And I found some obscure record, historical record, on the house, and I ended up finding out where it was, and it was literally sitting in, just on the outskirts of my dog. She's grooming me. You know when they do that little flea biting thing? Yeah, I'm gonna have these bruises all over my neck. Um, I Anyway, I found the house, and I found out that it was literally outside of a town that I wanted to live in for like 20 years, and I didn't know that till I was actually, we were over there, and I said, well, I'm gonna drive up and see the house. So I found it, went and knocked on the door, and there was nobody home, and I was gonna just knock on the door and say, I love your house, can I look around? And now she's chewing on my feet. Anyway, in the meantime, in between these two things, ow, stop it. I had started writing a story, and I had used the house in my story, and I named it Lychgate, and there are reasons for that I'll probably go ahead and add in the like in this setting here at some point. But anyway, it had this little alcove, this little welcoming area, and this house, by the way, is not finished yet. It's not entirely furnished, but it will be soon. So anyway, there's this opening now. It should have stopped right around here. This is some extra. I miscounted, and then I just didn't have the heart started over again, so I left it. But so this is your main hall, and then kind of a drawing room over here. You can sit around and nice formal sit chat. Great view, because houses are always about the views, and I'll be planning that and fixing it up and doing some fun things with that. Absolutely. My favorite room. This would be my room, because this is where I would be living and writing and being all the time. I like it. Nice, cozy, just a place to work. Of course, I'd have a computer there. It'd be a little different in my world, my real world. Anyway, so I was using this book, this house. I had seen it online for sale. I loved it. I had the floor plan, the layout, and everything. And I decided to use it in a book. And I wrote in some things about it. And here's the really cool part. I wrote in that it was next to a church on the outskirts of a town. It was a make-believe town I had made up, but it was based on a town I've been to in the UK and really liked. And that it was kind of like right at the end of a lane, and there was a church at the end. And I've got all this mapped out. I created the town. I got the whole thing. And I called it Lychgate because there's a Lychgate. It's kind of a gate with a roof on it between this property and the church. You know, an old historical thing where, you know, the landed gentry or, you know, the nobles or whatever had a access, and just a little toilet, had access to the church because they gave big donations or something like that, you know, whatever. That goes outside. So I write all of this into the story, and I get over there. I find the house, and it's like right next to this town that I love. And I get to the house. It's at the end of a street on the outskirts of town, and I swear to God, there's a church right next door. And I'm walking along the lane, and I'm taking pictures of everything. And I go up and knock on the door, and I was going to say, please, please, can I walk around your house and take pictures? I know, geeky North American tourist, but I have been in love with your house for longer than you've owned it. And you know, would you mind? But there was nobody there, and I didn't want to. So I just knocked on the door. I took a picture of the front, and then I left. But there's a church right next door, and I'm walking out of the yard, and darn if there isn't a gate right there kind of leading to the church. And I went, oh my gosh, it's exactly like I wrote in, not exactly, but almost like I wrote into my book. You know, I had created this stuff, make-believe, and there it was, kind of real, and it made me all the more excited about this particular house. So I found it online, I wrote about it, I saw it in person, and all these things I made up were actually kind of true in a lot of cases. So yeah, I love this place. I decided to make it here. Now this is going to have a very different purpose. This is going to be sort of like a meeting room for the village, because there is going to be a village right there. I'm just building this whole valley, this whole area. I've got, you know, dozens of buildings and houses and things that I want to do. Those are not potions, they're wine bottles. I know the difference. Just saying. Just saying. So this will be a meeting room, and there it is. And no, this wasn't done in creative. I am in creative because we've been working on a big group project, but this was done survival style. Shearing of many, many sheep. Lots and lots of sheep. Lots of donations of lapis lazuli and things like that from lots of awesome people that were helping me out, or helping me with materials. As far as I know, nobody's on the server has actually seen this place yet. So there's a little hall there. Guest rooms down this way. That's just a little toilet again, no big deal. We have a little guest room tucked away in here. Awesome views. Yes, sirree. There is another over here. So nothing, you know, nothing real fancy, just a place where guests could be comfortable and feel to home. This is the bathing room. So yeah, we've got different mods. I don't have sinks. I've been using this, which is a little extreme. I may have to come up with something different for that. Lots and lots of marble, little bit tiny bathtub, but you know, they're lucky to have running water, right? So, you know, that's okay. It's good. And then on the other side is more utility storage, not as fancy. I'm assuming a house this big would need staff. So, you know, here's a little staff room. See all little tools on the wall and things. So they can, you know, clean their tools at night in their time off. And another little room here, guest room, don't know. Striped wallpaper, isn't it awesome? I like it. I love this house. I mean, like real life. I have a thing about this house, and I can't get it out of my head. And I'm always thinking about it. And oh my gosh, what did I do with the roof up here? Could this be a little more weird. Well, I told you, it's not done. It's not finished. I have things to do yet. Apparently lots of them. And this is going to be, my room at some point. It is not furnished yet, but it's got a good view, lots of light coming in. Now the sun does come up over there and go down over here, so I will never have direct sunlight through this window, which might be kind of nice, really, when you think about it. But the view, come on, could it be any nicer? I don't think so. And I'll be planting, and we'll put some trees along the top of the hill here, put some gardens and things in, absolutely. And this will be, the private bath. So there we go. Just like looking at a house and trying to figure out what you want to do with it, right? So this is Lychgate. And I will have to put in a church and create a Lychgate if I'm going to call it that. Or, maybe I'll end up calling it something else in game. But this is based on Lychgate House, which is both a home near and dear to my heart in real life, near and dear to my heart in a book I'm writing, and now near and dear to my heart and Bella's. Oh, she's such a cuddly dog. And now I'm being cleaned again. So with that in mind, I'm just gonna I think it's time to say goodbye. Bella, say goodbye to the nice people. That way. That way. That way. You're not cooperating at all. Okay, I'm going to go now. You guys go have fun. Pet your dog. Cuddle your cat. Get your dog a cat so they have somebody to play with. Bella needs a pet. I'm thinking Bella needs a pet. At any rate, Lychgate House, near and dear to my heart. I'm working on this project, and now you're the first ones to see it. I guess the people on the server haven't even seen this. Now they'll know what I've been up to, and I'm sneaking off by myself. So until I see you next time, and possibly the next time I will be in Minecraft will be a series, or will be recording one of a series on a big project that we are calling Whitehall. That's all you got. So until I see you next time, comments, likes, live your life happy, build it beautiful, and find the house of your dreams and never let it go. Bye-bye.